The restaurant buzzed with laughter, the soft clinking of silverware, and the faint scent of roasted garlic drifting through the air. Outside, rain drizzled against the fogged glass, tracing slow tears down its surface, as if the city itself was mourning something unseen. At the corner table sat Richard Hale, a man the world called the Miracle Maker, a self-made millionaire, owner of half the city's real estate, and a name whispered with awe in every business circle. But tonight, he was just a tired man pushing cold pasta around his plate, drowning in silence. The wealth that once thrilled him now tasted stale, like the untouched meal before him. Just as he raised his hand to call for the waiter, a soft, trembling voice broke through the quiet hum. "Excuse me, sir, may I have your leftovers?" Richard froze. Standing near his table was a girl, no older than 12, her dress soaked from the rain, her hair plastered to her pale face. She held a torn paper bag against her chest, shivering, yet her eyes held something that made time itself pause. Not pity, not fear, but hope, fragile, desperate hope. The waiter moved swiftly, frowning. "Young lady, you can't just walk in here." "Wait," Richard interrupted, raising his hand. His voice came out softer than he expected. He turned back to the girl. "What did you say?" Her lips quivered. I'm sorry, sir. I haven't eaten since yesterday. I saw your plate, and I thought maybe you don't need it. I can take it for my brother. He's sicker than me." The restaurant went silent. Conversations dimmed. Even the jazz music seemed to hush in the background. Richard's hand gripped his fork tightly. Something inside him, something long buried, cracked open. Memories flashed. A small boy in tattered clothes, begging for bread outside a bakery 30 years ago. A kind stranger's hand offering him a meal that changed his life forever. He had been that child once, and now standing before him was his own reflection in the eyes of a little girl. "Sit down," Richard said quietly. The waiter blinked. "Sir," I said. Richard repeated, sliding his plate toward her. "Sit down." The girl hesitated, confused. The murmurs around them grew louder, people whispering, judging, scoffing. A millionaire dining with a street girl. It didn't fit their world, but Richard didn't care. When she sat timidly, he asked, "What's your name?" "Emily," she whispered, staring at the steaming pasta as if it were treasure. "And your brother?" "Tommy, he's only 6. He's got a fever. I can't afford medicine. I sell flowers sometimes near the station, but the rain ruined them all today." Her voice cracked, and a single tear rolled down her cheek. Richard swallowed hard. The last time someone had cried in front of him, he had signed a check, not offered comfort. But tonight it felt different. It felt real. He pushed his plate closer, then called the waiter again. "Bring 2 meals, hot, fresh, and some soup. And tell the kitchen I said double portions." The waiter nodded quickly, sensing this wasn't a request to argue about. Emily looked up. "Why?" "Died." "You don't have to, sir. I just wanted your leftovers." Richard smiled faintly. Sometimes what we think we deserve isn't what we're meant for. That night changed everything. As Emily ate, tears of relief mixing with each bite, Richard listened, really listened, for the first time in years. Her story unfolded like a forgotten song. A mother lost to illness, a father who vanished, nights spent sleeping in bus stops, days chasing coins. When she finally looked up and said, "You're kind, sir. I'll never forget this," Richard's throat tightened. He reached into his coat, pulling out a business card. "Come to this address tomorrow. Bring your brother." Emily blinked. "Why?" "Because," he said softly, "miracles happen when someone looks into your eyes and sees more than hunger." The next morning, Emily arrived at the grand marble building printed on the card. Her little brother clutched her hand, his eyes weak but smiling. A receptionist led them upstairs, where Richard stood waiting beside a woman in a white coat. "This is Dr. Lane," he said gently. "She's one of the best pediatricians in the city. Tommy will get treatment, and you'll both have a home to stay in for as long as you need." Emily burst into tears, burying her face in her hands. Why are you doing this for us?" Richard knelt down, meeting her eyes. "Because years ago, I asked someone for their leftovers too, and they didn't just give me food, they gave me a future. Tonight, you reminded me what it means to be human." From that day forward, Emily and Tommy's lives were never the same, but neither was Richard's. He began a foundation to feed and educate homeless children, naming it Emily's Table, a place where no one was ever turned away, no matter who they were. And every evening, Richard sat in the corner, watching children laugh and eat, a quiet smile on his face, remembering the night a hungry girl walked up and asked, "May I have your leftovers, sir?" A question that changed everything.